If you're changing a CV axle on your 2003 to 2011 Saab 9.3, on the driver's side, I wanted to share a couple of things with you. So I had to change mine. You can kind of see, but my axle is shot. And I was getting, at the time, only slight vibration at highway speeds. In my past experience, when a tripod bearing, which is the bearings that are inside this cup right here, when they go bad, you'll notice, well, I guess when they're really bad, you'll notice that when you accelerate, the vibration smooths out. And when you let off throttle, you get a lot of vibration. In my case, I was noticing that I was getting inconsistent vibration. So I'm driving on the same roads every day to go to work, and I was noticing that I would get vibration sometimes on the same stretch of road, sometimes not at the same speed. So I knew it wasn't a tire balance issue, and sure enough, it is my CV axle. One other thing that tipped me off was a little while back, about a year ago, the boot tore open on this, and I did a temporary repair. This is what I did. I took the wheel off. This is the wheel side right here. Took the wheel off, clipped the permanent clamp, which this side has a permanent one. I clipped it, and then I removed it, moved the boot back, and then I cleaned out as thoroughly as I could within the boot, and basically cleaned the outside as best as I could. And then I actually used RTV sealant. And this is a good emergency repair if you're trying to put off replacing a drive shaft or a drive shaft boot. Well, let's just say a drive shaft boot. You can actually clean it thoroughly inside and out, and actually I just smeared a liberal amount of RTV on both sides and let it dry overnight. Basically this held for almost a year. So it depends on how bad the tear is. You can see there's small cracking right here, but then right along here it just tore way open. Anyway, it worked for a while. At the same time that I did that, it was tricky because I also went ahead and tried to re-grease the bearings within this housing right here without contaminating the clean, dry surface that I was prepping to put RTV sealant on. So as a temporary fix, it worked for me. Clean this thoroughly inside and out. Re-grease this area if you've lost grease, if you see grease splatter up along the wheel and the hub assembly, then you know you've lost some grease. So go ahead and put some extra axle grease in there before you button it all up. Third thing I want to share, so I guess that was two things: vibration, how to fix this temporarily, and the third thing is that when you remove the driver's side drive shaft, I watched a really helpful tutorial from another YouTuber, and a small amount of automatic transmission fluid came out. In my case, I did not have a tray under the vehicle because I thought it would be a small amount. It was about 2 quarts, maybe 2.5 quarts of fluid came out. So that was a really big surprise. And it just leaked all out underneath the vehicle, made a huge mess. So put a tray under it. If you're going to go ahead and pull this axle, put a tray under it. I'll put a link to that helpful video from that other YouTuber. There's several people who have put good videos up of how to remove a CV axle. Thanks, guys.